Welcome again to another episode of How I Lit My Scene. My name is Victor. I'll be taking you on a journey on how I lit this entire project with one light. You're welcome back. So we're talking about the film called When the World Fell. When the World Fell is a short story about a woman who lost her family in a plane crash, and the grief of she losing her family got so much on her, and she wanted to give in to addiction.
Hello honey, I've been trying to reach you. I know your battery is flat as usual. So yeah, I'm about to board now. I'm with the kids. Jack is sleeping, but Natasha is awake, so we're just gonna go into the plane soon. Just wanted to tell you that I love you. Alright, just let me know when you get this text. The plane takes off in 5 minutes.
Nearly 180 people died after a plane crashed as a harrowing video footage shows the Jeju airplane coming off the runway before colliding with a barrier and bursting into flames at Muan International 179 of the plane, which was returning from Bangkok, Thailand, was carrying 181.
I lit this whole project with just one light, and all the light was coming from the same direction, but we just switched it around. The switching around of the light is what gave us the different tone, different looks, different time of the day. We used one light to define 4 different scenarios. So stick around and find out how we did it.
It's all just smoke and mirrors. Never trust in what you see.
The opening scene is a drone shot of a community or a city. And this city, if you notice, there is a very hard light hitting the roof, which is the sunlight. The sunlight hitting this roof is directional, and it have all the shadows as a hard shadow. What I did was to maintain the same intensity of the lights coming outside. I maintained it on the window of the interior scene. And this is exactly what gave us the highlights that's coming in through the window. And these highlights represent both the backlight, the key light, and the fill light. The only thing I introduced next was just a reflector or can use a bounce board, but I just introduced a reflector behind her, or the white side of a reflector beside her, just to fill up the shadows on this other side where I shoot from. And don't forget, don't ever shoot from the key lights angle, always shoot from the fill light. If this is your key light, shoot from the fill light. If this is your key light, shoot from the fill light.
Slow and steady. That is how I want to go. No pain, no fuss.
Well, not on my watch. Especially not before you attend my wedding. He proposed.
If I had a diffuser in front of this light that's coming from this window, if I had a diffuser in front of it, it's not going to give us the same intensity with the one outside, because the one outside had strong shadows. So we needed that strong, like a contrast looking shadows. And that was why we had this light position here and hitting it all the way to the wall. When we talk about backlight, I said there are types of backlights, right? Someone asked in the previous video I posted and said, if I'm shooting against the wall, how do I still do the backlighting and get the 3-point lighting? I want to explain to us that there is actually a very big difference between rim light and backlight. Most people use backlight to go for rim, to manipulate rim light. Rim light is different from backlight, and it's not in every situation you must have a rim light. A backlight is something that separates you from the background. Like any light that separates the character from the background is called a backlighting. But whenever we're using just one light to do backlighting at the same time, is using it to work on the fill light and the key light, that is when we now start having it over the head like this. But anything that shows your shadow like this is a rim light. But we're doing it all this way because we wanted to be able to get light to bounce back to the face. So in this shot, I had the light hitting the wall, directly on the wall. And I also have another light in front, like this standing table lamp or standing lamp by the side of this face. So this to me alone is enough backlight because I can see a clear separation from this person. And also I played with colors too. So I used purple color to create an obvious separation, an obvious like a contrast from her and the wall, you know, because I know if I had a direct light, the light is just going to spread everywhere, and that's not the idea for this particular scene. So I had to just cut her off with the color of her clothes, and the lights and all those lights on the wall that create separation were all intentional, and those are also a part of backlight. To answer the question of if you're shooting very close to the wall, how do you still create a backlight for the character even when the bed is against the wall? Yes, you're going to create it by just creating a separation from the character to the wall. That can be any light that can just flush through the wall, but not a bare wall, and it shouldn't shine straight to the wall. Remember the rule of contrast. Using the law of the shadow and the highlight and the 3-point lighting, you can use it to set the room tone and then place your actors exactly where you want them to be. The light flushing on her is actually a heavy light from the window. We use it to just create that shaft of light to give her a key light. Then we use it to bounce off for a fill light, and at the same time is hitting on the wall for a backlight. This is using one light to create this whole scenario. So imagine it in your head. This diagram in the screen here, this is exactly how it was achieved. It was a very simple, nothing complex, you know, just one light.
Don't you dare tell me what my family would have wanted. They're gone. Buried alive in some mangled wreck. Is this what my family would have wanted for me? To wake up to this nightmare every day. Every day.
Hello, honey. I've been trying to reach you. I know your battery is flat as usual. So yeah,
I had the same window light from the same position, but this time I put a blue tint to serve as a gel, like a light gel in front of the light, so that I can be able to have a clean blue or like moonlight feel on the window, because this time, unlike the last time that we shot from inside the house to see the window and the lights coming in, this time we are shooting from outside the house to see the window, how the lights affect the window. So at this point, we reduce the temperature of we brought the lights down to 7,000, sorry, to 9,000 Kelvin, and then we also reduced them. We added a blue tint gel.
I've seen people fight for a second chance, like you have.
Nearly
Don't let it slip away.
died after a plane
A shattered
crash as it was
vase
landing in
can
South
only be
Korea
pieced
on the
together.
morning of Sunday,
But it'll never hold water the same way
Harrowing video
again.
footage shows the Jeju airplane
Maybe
coming off the runway
it could hold
colliding
something
with
better.
and bursting into flames.
Still the same one light, but if you notice, I introduced a backlight at the edge of the wall, very close to the TV. That backlight is what is giving me this whole background separation for me. That is all I need for a backlight. Backlight is not necessarily means lights that you'll be shining on the back of the character. This is what it is, but that is not literally what it should always be. Sometimes you use something else. Even a lamp behind you is a backlight. A light on the wall behind me with a particular texture is a backlight. In this room, I just only used the only light I have, which is the FX21X. I put it up, and then I had it very close to her because the light is a bicolor light. So I changed the temperature to match with this particular backlight I used, this lamp I used, and also the TV is still giving me light on her face. So this is just still the same one light progression. Nothing changed. Nothing at all. Everything was still maintained the same. Make sure you see the movie and you're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about when you see the film. It's a very wonderful one. Take note of the lighting. Make your own, recreate any scene from this film. Send me the email here and stand a chance to win something in my next episode. For now, bye.